Greetings. Welcome to Legacy of Worlds. I am Tomekeeper Devon, and I just want to take some time to thank those who make this show possible. Hero Forge, WizKids, KP11 Studios, Foambrain Games, and of course, Linvander themselves. But now, the adventure and the stories unfold. So you enter past the destroyed glyphs into the side of Fox Ridge, the black and white continuing to be a thing, which is very odd because it is sort of encompassing you, but you're more dulled. It's more like a sepia, but like grayscale kind of closing in on you as the colors are beginning to fade from your skin and your clothes. And this is back to normal for you at this, unfortunately. But heading further in, you can see that the black and white does appear to be a commonality, but it is also pitch darkness. So those of you who do not have dark vision will not be able to see much other than...
I do emit a 30.
Other than...
I also have the halo on, so I get the 10.
Very good. Okay.
And my sword is lit up in amber, so...
Okay. So this. You do have there's a kind of cut into the side of Fox Ridge. There is a tunnel that extends further in.
If it's going to work against me, it's going to work for me too.
Yeah.
It continues on. So what is your approach through this black and white dreary tunnel?
Not to put it mildly, but you're all kind of... You're glowing.
Well, it's very useful when there's no light.
Yes, of course.
I'm actually invisible, so don't look at me. Literally.
Not all of us are as lucky to be able to see in the dark like
Yes.
you.
Well, the question is, do we want to try and, go a bit sneaky? Or, if you'd like, I could just bring in some daylight. Let me try to. I don't know how my magic will work here.
I have to try it.
Yes.
Being with this group, I don't think any one of us are very stealthy.
Yeah.
We have to
He's
find...
blinking around like...
Don't mind me, a voice comes from
We have to find
empty air.
how distractions are a benefit to those who are stealthy, correct, Merrick's?
Yeah. Are you still standing in the front of the hall? I mean, no, okay, I'm
I
staying
would
for
say
it.
if we
For
can
sure. I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
see,
go ahead.
maybe save that daylight for a more appropriate time. Maybe you'll need to conserve your magic.
And if I may, what is the range? How much of daylight are we talking about?
In 5-foot increments, please.
Yes. And the duration would be good.
Foot candles and lumens.
6-second increments, please.
You've never heard of the spell daylight.
Oh,
Of
yes.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
Right. It's a simple energy effect.
I see. I do the fisty punchy stuff, so I don't quite
I
understand.
don't usually just shoot a gun, but okay.
But are you a master in the way of face-to-fist technique?
That is a new one. I was very inspired, actually.
Then you can learn crotch to foot.
I didn't want crotch to face.
That's the best.
I wanted to go.
Crotch to foot.
He's a crutch to face.
Would you all be comfortable if I scouted out ahead a little bit?
By all means.
Do it, definitely.
That'll-
Sure, that's
that
what
would-
our last elf did.
That would definitely be new.
Find tumbling rocks.
He's not with us anymore.
Stop and watch.
Fair enough.
It's a joke.
Don't try rock hopping.
Do you mind if I'll follow a little behind, but I'll stay
That
close
is
to you.
fine.
I've got pretty sharp eyes, and you might have noticed I'm invisible.
Well, no, I haven't noticed. I just hear you and
Yeah.
don't see anything. Unless, do you have any idea what is causing this entropic effect? Do you know?
No, none whatsoever.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, here. By the way, this might help your visual acuity a little. Let me just make a adjustment or two, and I'm just going to give you a
Ask
+2.
Ask him if it's okay.
Wizards are
Make up for
champion
just
bluffers.
fixing him.
Well, I just did a thing. I'm just saying, I just give you +2 guidance on your net skill check.
All right.
So,
I'm going to. Actually, I think. Hold on. Let me pull up something. I'm going to try and vanish.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna skulk into the shadows away from the various sources of light in here and sort of stealth my way deeper down. I'm assuming followed by Merrick.
yeah, I mean, I'll give him
Just-
a
so-
little, 10, 15 foot a head start. But, and again, for what it's worth,
As-
see invisible,
As he goes to vanish, we'll just come up to him just as he's kind of disappearing. He'll like lean in and he'll just say,
Oh, you're gonna sing in the middle of it.
"You came from the land of the crimson peril, but now you're standing in a world, Toril. These heroes are pressed, stressed against their will, yet off we go to the Foxland, wherever that void court shall be. But friends, forever will be. Friendship forever, friendship to be. Friends, forever will be. Friendship forever, friendship for thee."
I like the idea that you disappeared like in very thing.
So you get a bardic inspiration, and the College of Time Bard allows you to use that inspiration to speed up the casting time of a spell. So, for example, if you have Misty Step, it's a bonus action to cast Misty Step. You can spend that bardic die to cast that at reaction speed.
Okay.
It will save your
Just
life.
awesome. Also,
Once.
I think he's coming on a little strong with his friend.
You can spend it once.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, actually. I was
You're
a little.
starting to get a little bit
Bad
desperate.
for the invasion that you all did to him. So he's helping him out.
Very strong.
Did you actually give me the sort of messaging effect that everyone else has temporarily?
We don't have to check. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it working while we're under the effect of this weave distortion?
It does appear to be, yes. Although I would say it's like there's a little bit of static, there's a bit of noise.
You're breaking up there.
You are also going in a tunnel.
Yeah.
I feel like you've lost a lot of people because you are really clinging on to me very tightly.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to die this quickly. It'd be really ugly.
To be
again.
fair, no one has
So
died.
friends.
I mean, it is literally true. I gotta, level with you, Big Red. We did just lose our last elf, and so and he was a close friend. He's fine. He's just in another world. But I mean,
Why are you
we're
talking
feeling
about him like he's dead?
I mean, maybe he's going to war. Like,
Oh.
I don't know about you. War frightens me a little. Okay, I got some memories.
Elise,
Yes.
could I borrow your broom back just for a moment?
Oh, look who's just taking back gifts.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. And he does something to the top of the broom, and there are now words on it that you couldn't see before. Because I thought so. This belonged to Salune. See this top word? Vonder.
Mm-hmm.
Ponder, but you changed the P to a V.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. This is like a word of recall. But it will dump whoever is holding the broom or on the broom back to Salune's hut, which was demolished, but the foundation stones are still there. So just over there in Shadowdale, you will appear.
If I say
If-
that word.
Yes. Oh, you're not holding. You can say it.
Oh.
You're not holding the broom.
Yeah, he just said it.
Yeah, go on.
No.
But if I hold the broom
Yeah.
and I say Vonder,
Yeah. Yes.
I will just instantly be back at the hut?
Back at the foundation stones of the hut.
Holy moly, only while I'm on this plane of existence? And only while I'm on...
We don't know.
Anywhere in realm space.
What?
That you can confirm, yeah.
I don't know about other planes of existence because I never used it. It was her broom. But I just helped enchant it. But in this... Yeah. Oh, wait. There's one more thing I want to do. You see this other word underneath it?
I should probably write this down.
No, it's just... Okay, the other word is maunder. You just...
Oh my god.
Okay. What that means...
It's very easy to remember.
Proper nouns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wander?
Wander and Maunder.
Mander.
Don't mix
Very
them up.
original.
Now,
Don't
What
mix
is
them up.
Mander?
okay. So when you're
Maunder,
in...
the god of fungus.
When you're in that... No, that's Moander.
Okay, very different. Very different.
Yeah, don't get those mixed up. So, when you are in the other place, and you have finished whatever you're doing there, and you're,
What is the other place? Wherever I am.
no, where you depart with the broom in a moment of need to get to Salune's hut
Oh, yes.
foundations.
Okay.
When you're done whatever you need to do on the foundation stones of whether it's answer nature's call, heal yourself,
We're not going to do that.
gather
Hut.
provisions, whatever it is that you need to do, then you speak that second word and you're back where you came from.
How many times can I do that?
Unlimited.
Can I try it, really?
Sure, you can. Yeah.
I know we have some things to do.
Just wait. I can't get it out of my mind now. We're in the middle of this gripping war. Everyone's dying. There's explosions everywhere.
funny.
She's back just like sitting there, dun, 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 just having a nice peaceful moment in the toilet. We're back in the
I can do this whenever I need to.
Yeah.
This seems broken. Okay, here we go.
So,
Wander.
Yeah. She's gone.
oh wait, the second part doesn't work. Oh, she's...
Have to walk all the way back. Wander.
Right. Now, I need to use it just for one thing. Yeah. Okay. Munter. He's gone. Munter. He's back. He says, panties of feather falling from you. Panties of feather falling. But we're going to need them very soon in this. Now, if you don't want to undress and put them on,
Here's a feather token. It also does feather fall, but you don't have to put underwear on.
I stealthed away.
yeah, they also work if you put it over your head.
because these are a legit item.
Yeah,
So we'll take them.
yeah. It looks a little weird when a paladin or anybody else in full plate armor puts panties on. It's advisable to turn them so the leg holes you could see through them. It just looks a little better.
I just gotta say, I apologize that for the last couple of worlds we've been saving, I did not, in fact, give you a broom that belonged to a goddess and just one that I made with my own hands.
Obviously,
But I'm glad you have something better now.
more, so,
Yeah, great.
Panties, or you okay?
I'm
I would
Feather token?
have one actually.
Yeah. No.
Because I
Ahead of us, unless something has changed markedly in Fox Ridge, ahead of us is something that they will just make it easier to deal with.
I
I got feather. I know
you okay? You okay?
I got feather fall
was told
tokens
never
coming out my
to
ears.
so gets throws in the mouth. So.
Okay.
And then you see him, instead of putting it on his head, he just wears it over his hats. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
like Superman.
Yeah. Okay. I just put it on over my head and I adjust the like.
they look very nice on you.
Oh, thank you.
Shall we?
Yeah.
If they are single use, they are not attunement. If they are permanent use, then yes, they are attunement.
Single use?
Take an hour.
Single use.
All right, single use.
Once per day.
They're
Use them once per day. Again, then that's yeah.
disposable panties.
Luckily, they're edible as well. Oh my god.
Oh!
You're bad. You're bad.
Hold on.
Hey, how am I going to get a jail free card if Banquet gets destroyed midair?
All right. Get going.
Thanks, Elminster!
Okay, can we get this card?
I would like it if he just shows up now. Are you done yet?
So Ellender, you're going on ahead?
Yes.
Okay. You continue down. It takes quite a while. You can still hear them for a good amount of time until
Tell
finally
us.
the the echoing starts to get a little bit distant. But you do find that there is a massive gulf that just goes straight down into darkness beyond your vision.
Is there a wall on one side?
If there is, it is so far out that, again, it just goes beyond your sight. So you basically just come out onto this little rocky ledge, and you're just surrounded by darkness, both above, below, and on all sides of you.
Understood.
And not magical darkness. It is just a vast cavern.
Can I Misty step across it?
No, you can't see the other side
This is fair.
because you have 60 feet dark vision, right?
Yes, I believe I
Yeah.
do. Okay. If I shine a light, would I be able to see far enough?
How far does the light shine?
Let's look up daylight again.
You're how far ahead of us are you?
Daylight's pretty. That's a pretty.
Daylight
Yeah,
would light up the
if you just like
You could
daylight
drop it over there.
up at the top of the cavern, that would probably solve your.
Yeah.
You're basically just putting an artificial sun in this cavern.
Something I'm very used to. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull upon the forces of specifically energy and create a
Daylight is a
sun.
60-foot radius.
60-foot sphere. And
So yeah, if you throw that in the middle, that
So it is bright light at the center, and then it sheds an additional 60 feet of dim light.
Yeah,
So it is.
that's gonna
That's a
illuminate.
If he
That's
puts-
120
if he puts
feet
it
of light.
60 feet away, because you can see
Any
it first.
direction.
In all directions.
So
Yeah.
You
240.
can,
Okay, so as you illuminate the grinding gulf, the first thing you notice is that it doesn't look very stable. There is a lot of cracks and rocks that are occasionally just kind of crumbling down from the ceiling. And it goes on just a little over 60 feet where you can see there's a continuation of the tunnel on the other side. But it also drops about 120 feet. Before you can see there's a bit of a bottom, still shrouded in darkness. But there is a little bit of, you can kind of see stalagmite poking, a very large stalagmite poking up from the bottom, and a few others kind of around. And it is, that there is eventually kind of see the bottom. But what is your passive perception?
25.
Okay. You do see that there appears to be a black stone doorway flanked by a pair of finely carved stone columns. And the doorway seems to be featuring some carvings, but I mean, you're from this distance, even then, you just can't quite make it out.
So
And the entire cavern again is completely colorless. Even the daylight that you've thrown up is it's colorless light, which I know is impossible, but
Alinder, what do you see up there? Should we come?
Well, yeah, there's a doorway. You might as well just come. There's a doorway flanked by two stone columns, tons of stalagmites. Which one's the one from above?
Mites
Yes.
below, tights down.
Right, exactly. That. Column.
stalagmites are on the ground because it has a G for ground.
That's exactly right.
Stalactites are on the ceiling because they have a C for ceiling.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, eh? I
Ah.
learned that and I haven't had a problem since.
Whoa!
But at least add Elisa's mind. That's
Yeah.
It's a rather long drop of 100 feet or so.
That's fine. We've got these panties.
If you've got this covered, you have a choice. You can either
almost like
get a pair of
Elvis just
panties from
familiar
him
with
or
the
just
show.
take this token. It's Featherfall.
Oh, I'll happily take the token, especially because you're the one right beside me,
There you are.
and I'll use it to jump down.
Okay.
Oh, you're going down there. You're not just going across.
I mean, he's jumped. He's ascended.
There's the doorway down there, right?
It does. Yeah, it does take you 12 seconds to reach the bottom thanks to the
I'll
slowing.
follow right away as
So
well.
we're
being
all at the
invisible.
ledge now with the light shining down.
That's right.
Oh, well,
So no rocks whizzing around.
Well,
Well, I'm down. I'm on the way as well.
there are the rocks flying, or kind of falling down and crumbling around. So if you are descending, and since you're doing it slowly, you will need to make an acrobatics check to be able to maneuver yourself away from.
That is more than fair. That's got natural 20.
Okay.
Hey!
You use the rocks to propel yourself and move around, and
What if I'm using my broom?
I think you're probably fine then because
I'm
you're
also
you're not
using
playing
my-
zipping around. If you're falling though, you're gonna have to control.
Sure, understood.
Yeah. So anybody who's doing a feather fall effect is going to need to make a check.
So I do have slow fall.
That would still require you to make a check.
Oh, even slow fall.
Yeah. Well, because if you're falling, you have to manipulate your fall. If you're on a broom, you can just whiz around.
Hold on. I can take you.
Oh, well, I also have
You could also just
feather fall of panties.
Yeah, and the slow fall is just cool.
Bandits
Like,
smoke
you
my
gotta,
pipe,
you know,
step
do
out
your
into
thing.
space.
Show it off.
I can
Yeah.
hover, I can move.
If necessary. I
effectively is a broom, essentially.
Yeah.
And what kind of check am I making?
Acrobatics.
How?
I mean, you are a monk. I feel like.
That's a 23.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like for you, this is old hat.
Yeah, so what you see instead is like he doesn't activate the panties. Instead, he jumps off, and these rocks that are flying everywhere, you just seem like almost using them as steps,
Yeah.
like waiting and watching them, and almost it feels like he's timing it. But not even like jumping.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, just.
Yeah, he's not even like jumping them. He's just like, as he's walking, it's like he's walking down, and then it just so happens that a stone,
He's in the
Almost-
perfect place.
yeah, and then he's just making his way down like spiral staircase.
Like Magneto with the disc.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Below.
I will say no. Actually, I will say though that's only until 90 feet because it's only until 5 times the distance of 5 times my level.
And then the panties catch you.
And then the
just a
last
little-
parties and that last bit, like, oh, there's this misstep, and then you just see him just slowly just hover down. Sure.
And level.
I mean, I'm just gonna summon my Pegasus.
Why do you want that?
You're gonna summon a what now?
So this little figurine comes out.
Just watch this.
The little
Watch
figurine?
this happen.
It's a little
figurine.
lapis lazuli golden figurine that he whispers to, and then it starts to crack and break, and then it kind of explodes, and then implodes, and then a flash of light happens, and when the light dissipates and you get a chance to see again, I'm totally amount a spectral golden Pegasus that will then fly my way down. Yeah. No, wait, determined it was this.
Yeah.
So he's flying his way down.
I mean, I'll get your Pegasus to make an acrobatics, mainly because it's
I can do it on behalf because
okay. Maybe because mainly because it's a large creature, so it's
I do love the you pull out the bankroll and it's glorious and golden bonk. Just
yeah.
I will. Could happen. I will reach into my ancestral past and add my proficiency bonus to acrobatics, as I am not acrobatic. I can't
Really?
pronounce combat. Acrobatic.
Really?
Athletic.
You're not acrobatic.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I rolled a 19.
Okay, that's enough.
25.
Yeah, that's enough.
20. No, 26. 26.
Well, yeah, I figured your bonus was high.
That's fine.
Yeah. So you
You
all
made me do it. I'll give you the answer.
you all make your way down to the bottom of the grinding gulf, and assume that you were making your way to that door. Yes.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Merrick's still being invisible, but actually looking up and seeing, hopping down them panties, supplying you and, Pegasus, and you're like literally coming down on a cloud of pipe smoke, if I understand correctly. Yep. Like, I do say, we are kind of ridiculous.
I would prefer to call it badass, as I did.
Yeah,
light
that's great.
flashes.
Yeah, you should
So,
keep doing that.
Now, as
That's great.
Elbitcher sails down, is this like a Mary Poppins style? Like,
Or you just reclining.
No. Yeah, he's standing upright.
or is this more like you're just sort of like walking in air and it's further down as you kind of make your way down?
Well, I can maneuver. The pipe does hover and it goes wherever I want. But yeah, I'm usually doing the Mary Poppins thing where I'm just holding it and going,
Does your
What does
robes,
the exact
flare out?
well,
Sort
of
of
course
like a
they're all
parachute?
over
Just-
my...
yeah.
This is Elminster Monroe moment.
Yeah.
I'm not recording that.
What's a recording?
Here,
Look at this picture.
this is a picture. Can you show us the whole?
Sure.
It's a.
Give him a moment.
Stop laughing because it's making me laugh and I can't do the face.
It's funny.
It's funny. Chris,
Real,
it's
real funny. Well,
Yeah, there you go. Anyhow,
They did capture me as well. Just don't.
but it's just
We're
when you
taking
hold the
this
stone,
Okay, I got it.
you see an image of the whole looking.
Oh, so that's what that is.
A
Yes,
moving
exactly.
image of something
that is something that
happened.
happened, and I can record. I can crystallize those memories so people can see them in the
It's
future.
a painting captured in
For
time,
blackmail
magic.
purposes.
Yeah,
Well,
for fun.
for fun.
fun.
And also
And
for
friendship.
marketing.
Exactly right.
Your divine sense does not register anything untoward that it would normally pick up. So you're not getting any fiends or celestials or undead or fae or anything along those
It
lines.
appears to be clear of the usual suspects, undead and fey and fiend. Whatever is here as a danger is not of that caliber.
I will say for Ellender, who is likely just all business, I kind of get that vibe.
A little bit.
Yeah. Making your way to the door, you can see that the doorway features the visage of a woman, half of which depicts her in youth and the other as an old woman. So it's like kind of like a split depiction.
Just some kind of religion thing you got going on?
This is not me.
No.
You know what? Maybe there's something similar enough where I'm from. Can I do a history check on that? Or some form of check?
I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah.
What
Let's pick
about
up on
me?
that.
Can I do a
Yes, you
religion
can.
check?
You could.
Religion?
Would I be able to assist? Okay.
She can because of where she's from.
This is probably that thing. where
26.
We're getting peanut butter in our chocolate.
You believe this to be somewhat of a religious site to the Dark Lady Shar, which is someone who does occasionally come up in Ravenloft,
So,
Shadowfell, and all that.
this is Shar. She is. Oh. Have you been you have been to the Shadowfell? You know who Shar is. Come on, you probably
Shar is a-
went on a date with
Shar
her
is
or
a
something.
goddess of the realms. She is. No, I would not go on a date with her.
I don't know anymore.
Oh, we finally found where it draws the
one
line.
that meets the
Well,
exception.
no, it's not that.
Why not?
She is the lady of loss and despair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
What
I
a
mean, some
buzzkill.
people are into that.
if you want to go on a date to be spurned and cast down, and you're going to revel in that, then maybe you would go on a date.
That's definitely somebody's thing. So what you're saying is that some immortal is set up shop here, or someone worshipping immortal is set up shop here?
One or the other, but I have a feeling if we are going to get a void card, this is just Elisa's intuition that perhaps when we open these doors, we may step into the fell.
Possibly.
In
But
which
no,
case we
this would have been
might,
carved by a worshipper.
Yeah,
Because if
we've
Shar-
covered this sort of thing
If
before.
Shar herself had carved this,
It would only be the young version.
yeah, she'd look much nicer. Yeah.
To be fair, I've some immortals are very strange.
Is the door trapped in any way?
Yeah, I was gonna say detect magic,
Some sort of ceiling.
investigation
It's
28.
definitely magical. There is magic emanating off of
What's
this
the school?
There is necromancy.
All right.
Don't open it.
Well, don't open it by touching it, but so again, yeah, dispel is an easy first option, but also just investigation. Like it doesn't appear like we're not talking glyph of warding.
Not a glyph of warding. This seems more like your standard cult door of do you hold holy symbol? No, die.
Right, fair enough.
But what is Shar's holy symbol? Maybe we could just make one.
Or we could pass wall.
Yeah, what is?
I mean, yeah.
What is yours? The holy symbol.
Her holy symbol, I don't know.
You
what
walk
her
through
holy
walls?
symbol-
Yes.
That is a
No, we open a hole in the
Her holy symbol.
magically, and we step through the hole.
Honestly, you sold me on it. All right, pass wall.
Now I want to know.
Traditionally, I think it's a fully darkened moon.
Yeah, that sounds
Purple. Yeah.
I'm casting pass wall. As I said, they convinced me. I was like,
Yeah,
we could
so-
manufacture
Whatever it is, I
a holy
don't
symbol.
have
I mean, I like the way you're
Black-
thinking, but
A black disc resembling a
disc.
moon ringed with deep purple.
right. I'm saying if you
Okay.
described it, we could make it. But I just pass walled anyway. So
She might have a thing about the moon.
I feel like that.
I
yeah.
do want to say that I'm pretty sure because I forgot that I put the cards away. But when I did that reading,
It was Luna upside down.
Luna.
there
Yeah,
was
absolutely was.
100% a moon there.
Yeah.
It was. The
It
moon
was
and the
the
fox.
I know, and I'm just like,
It was an upside down.
Inverted.
It was an
Yeah.
inverted
Yeah.
moon.
yeah, I know. I saw
With a
that. I was like,
fox and with
is that a-
intuition, which was like a cool lion, a pyramid, mysticism. Yeah, no,
We gotta
this is
take
totally.
those cards
totally-
away.
I know.
Do
think I
not
took
take
a
my
picture
cards
of it.
away.
So,
Okay. Anyway,
pass wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Just. I
Let's
don't.
just put a hole in the wall.
Very fast way to bypass.
Did you? Did we arrive in the shitter or?
No. So, you do feel the radiating energy of the Shadowfell, Elise, emanating from beyond.
Okay.
And by that I mean you feel a horrible wilting depression begin to wash out.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
But you can see that there is
Give me a hit of that calm emotions stuff. This is really, I'm feeling a little bummed right now.
Would it categorize under frightened?
You're calm.
No.
Okay.
Despair.
Okay.
There is a bit of a foyer, a well-crafted receiving hall carved with basalt, decorated with depictions of female figures in line with lots of different ornamentations, lots of blacks and purples and grays, and at least that's what you would see if it wasn't completely a colorless. But it does mesh quite well with the black and whites. It's all very well shaded, as if it were designed to be seen in a colorless environment.
So does this depression actually have a mechanical purpose to
It
it?
certainly does, but you have not entered it.
So,
I will walk right in. This feels like home to me.
I'm going to give you a wisdom save, but I'll give you advantage because this will be something
I mean, I walk in the Shadowfell a lot.
yeah.
calm emotions has a 20-foot radius, by the way. Just should.
Oh, I mean, if you're just calm emotioning everybody, then I feel like we can, that'll probably
Just
take
wanted
care
to see
of
what the
it.
duration of
Do you want me to do it?
1 minute.
1 minute?
Yep.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of
So if he's calmed emotions,
No, you only need to cast it one. Well, I mean, we'll see how long we need to be in it.
So
But
we go in there.
yeah, the calm emotion will suppress the despair of the Shadowfell, so you won't need to make any kind of check then, or save or anything along those lines.
Was only Elise able to feel that, or
At least recognized it.
And I will go on to
It's definitely
explain.
something that is coming out, and you can feel it. But as the calm emotions washes over you, it's
Okay.
no longer a problem anymore.
because for the brief moment
Yeah, sure. Just for a brief moment.
that I do feel,
and then
it.
Merrick's calls out
Yeah.
for it, and then everybody.
yeah,
I've got this
Give it a
friend.
hit,
So
yeah.
Very good, thank you.
Hit that stuff.
I will increase like the diameter of the amber glow from the sword, and as you feel it hit you, it's like that when the sun kind of rises over the horizon and it hits you, and you feel just a little more inspired, a little more courageous, a little more content.
I'm gonna figure out how to bottle that. I'm just I'm working.
You should.
So I will.
Instead of Chanel, it's like the whole.
Yeah, sure, I love it.
I will say that you do also hear, now that the door has been, effectively just no longer existing, you do hear emanating from beyond, blessed night singer, witness our adoration. And then you hear a voice kind of twisted in agony cry. It sounds like a male voice, and then you hear another feminine voice, see how we serve you and only you. And another twisted cry, we have emptied our hearts of falsehoods. And then that same voice says, you will bring forth the Gold Rider, please.
Okay, and we're like moving after the first couple words there. I hope
I
they're not
assume
just like,
so,
oh,
yeah.
let's hear the.
Let's just see. Let's see how
I
it
want
goes.
to know how it ends, guys. I want to know how it ends.
I mean, not to. We need to assess the situation and not to wonder bully this or anything.
Agreed.
But
Ready?
100.
Oh,
we make the plan?
We're suspended. Yeah, got it.
All right.
I was going to rush in there and cast silence on whatever's happening to we can
I
assess.
was also going to do the exact same thing. I like your
good.
thoughts.
I love. Yeah, you.
We may
guys-
need
I
it
love
more
that
than one
shit.
time. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
It's up to you. I feel like I haven't seen you in action yet.
Let's do it. Dude.
Does anyone have any idea?
She does a
what to
great
Yeah,
silence.
you wait.
Does anyone have any idea what to expect in this shadow?
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a priestess.
Sacrifice.
She's saying there's a sacrifice, probably on like a stone, maybe with some chains.
so I would expect probably a card in there then.
Yes. So same as always, just rush in, fight, drop a meteor swarm.
Did you
cut and
want to
leave.
do your locate now?
My
Yeah.
locate. I'll do that. I can't do it now.
Do the silence first. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
I'll do it right after. Sure.
because I'd like to know exactly where the card is before we start collapsing ceilings, turning people's skeletons inside out. You know?
Okay. Maybe you should do the silence and you do the.
Actually, I do have one question. Did this affect of yours, right? I've seen someone, it affects almost all planes at once, but does this affect all planes at once? So if I were to slip into another plane for like a split second, would it work?
Look at you being an expert on planes all of a sudden.
Getting gaining time.
I-
So,
Oh, wow.
one at a time, perhaps, and I'll just start
We're not in
The darkness, we see your truth. Focus in your shadow. So
So you
run in.
see the card leave her hand and encircle the group of people, creating an area of silence.
So yeah, as you move in and you follow after the voices, you enter into a room where you can see this black and white, gray, colorless void emanating off from a very squat, a little pudgy, balding man with nice mutton chops, little wisps of kind of a comb over, who appears to be sort of strapped up and is crying in agony. He's being twisted. You can see bloodied marks all over his body, and he seems to be screaming out as several other robed figures are in the middle of some sort of ritual. It was
Recognize him with his clothes on?
new.
He,
Don't recognize him at all.
he is tied down unwilling, or is he a willing?
He definitely does not look to be willing. He is
I don't
screaming.
know anymore.
He was screaming. I mean,
Lots of things.
This is a weird world for sure.
he was screaming, but obviously it's silent now.
Even
so.
if you're willing, you can still. It still hurts.
I mean, to be fair, this is the place where Elminster's from. You know.
Exactly.
He's like, so, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think anything's possible.
You're very right. Merrick
See,
is definitely
your
not taking-
reputation does all the work for you. You could just sit back and they supply it.
Silence.
So as you run in and cast silence, they immediately notice that they're no longer speaking, and they will kind of turn these robed figures.
Yeah, before they get a chance, because we're not in initiative. I do. Okay, now, just so I can.
The squat, balding guy has it.
Of course.
The guy who's restrained.
That's right.
And for what it's worth, if we're doing things,
Where does he have it hidden?
You would get that it is in like hidden deep in a inside breast pocket.
I thought he was naked.
No, I never said that.
No,
and if
no,
we're-
you did not.
No,
That's,
Ed said that. I
sorry.
didn't say that.
no, I didn't say that. I was intimating it to find out where it would
I
be.
can get close. I can get very
Yeah.
close.
Okay.
Where is it?
It is in his pocket.
I'm gonna run forward and
Real quick though, when you take it, don't throw it.
I mean, they're going to
Just
start doing
Initiative?
stuff.
I would like to cast a theory on.
Do we get an opportunity of attack considering we did surprise them?
You did surprise them if you were to run in and do something. Yes, they're.
I ran in, I said.
I was going to say they're having a
but,
conversation.
While that was happening,
you might just have the situation taken. I mean, do your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna as we were talking, I'm rushing forward and I'm going to cast Etherealness as a bonus action. And slip into the ethereal plane, which is the same plane. It's just a different. It's like an overlay.
We understand.
Yeah.
We got it.
Right. So it takes a bit of extra effort, but no one can interact with me while I'm in it. So I'm going to get close to the guy and ruffle through his pockets.
Okay. No, this is all now. Everything is silent, so you can't hear. But he seems to be screaming and he's crying out. And yeah, you're just kind of ruffling around in him as the Sharans are going to attempt to do something. But if anybody, you wanted to, you wanted to.
is there one particular person in here that looks more like a high priest?
I mean, yeah, there's like the main.
Yeah, the main guy.
They've got the shoulder pads.
They got the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And was talking right before.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Is there any chance to do an opportunity attack, a stunning strike on him?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. So you see, as this is happening, he identifies that one singular person as the biggest, baddest person in the room, and so he shifts. I'll use a key point to shift into my timestamps. And I'm gonna rush up to him. Are they within 70 feet?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then I would like to attempt stunning strike on them.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there. 18 plus.
How high up is the ceiling?
Stun. 28.
28 will be a hit. That's 15 feet, I'd say. Decently.
15.
Yeah.
And how many people are there?
5-0 or 1-5?
15. 15, 1-5. There are 5 of them, 2 on either side, and then the one.
Well, you need to make a Constitution save.
Yes. That is going to be 16.
No, what was it? Same throw How do I know what's the level they need to make?
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom bonus.
8 plus my proficiency.
18, so it'll become up to 18.
So they failed.
So they fail.
Yeah.
So that one is stunned.
I am going to just merrily note that Merrick's will look at the situation, zip, silence, pow, and like be about to cast haste, and then just kind of be like, I feel like you got this. I did the door back there. I don't really feel like wasting the spell slot. Let's just see how it goes. So I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
Actually, so how many cultists are we talking about? 5? Are any of them in a place where I could cast a hypnotic pattern without hitting the people who've just jumped in the room?
Yes.
However many I can get.
You can get all of them.
Sure, great.
They're not exactly spread out.
Right,
They're
so-
all like in a...
As I say, it's the start to cast haste, sort of like this isn't going to take a while, and just throw a hypnotic pattern on those guys,
Okay.
which basically puts
That's a wisdom save, I think?
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
And I will note, my hypnotic pattern actually is an advertisement for Canon products. It's like a cool, like, oh, while you're sleeping.
I rolled on the dice.
Yeah.
A 1.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
no.
2.
Oh, no.
A 3.
Wow.
And a 5.
Uh-huh.
And then you know who succeeded?
The guy that you're stunned.
The guy that's stunned.
That is hilarious.
All right, check it out. Canon
just-
products.
Fight is
Warforged. Don't you need a Warforged in your life?
See, I thought you would just show an image of that Mycene.
Oh, no, that's a new one. Damn, that's happening.
That's the
Is there anything else Mr. wants to do?
I feel like it would be needlessly cruel to collapse the ceiling of this cavern on them.
Yeah.
At least at the moment.
They're
Yeah,
peaceful right now. They're all sort of
Yeah.
peacefully.
Especially with the victim in there,
Yeah. And
all of us.
If I do the thing where you walk in and turn them so that they're about to do something rude to each other, that breaks up the effects.
It
of the
would,
hypnotic
yes.
pattern. So let's just take a card, go and close, end the pass wall so the door will be closed again.
Yeah, exactly. And then boom, they'll wake up from the hypnotic pattern and stun and continue their ritual without their sacrifice. I mean, we'll save the guy.
Let's remove the captive.
Yeah.
Well, that might happen when
yeah,
you take
so-
the card.
We can probably safely assume that when we take the card, the guy goes away.
So Ellender, you reach around this squat individual, and you reach into the front breast pocket, and his eyes are wild as he's trying to figure out what's going on, as these like ethereal hands are just moving around, and he mouths something about you think you get the word cold, but I mean you can't hear him, so it's hard to say, and you're very distracted. But you do reach in and find something in his breast pocket. And as you remove it, assuming you do,
Yes, I do.
he does kind of get this sense of peace as he is pulled and glowing into the card, upon which the black and white effect just immediately snaps. And that dampening of the weave seems to alight itself.
The one with the
Don't draw that card.
What do you have the sense of with the card? Then do you?
Ah, well.
This is the
So-
first time I've held one of these
Yeah.
things.
You hold in your hand the Void card. As an action, you could brandish it and attempt to banish up to 3 creatures you can see within 120 feet.
cards are insane.
It's a DC 17 Charisma save, and that is once per day.
I grab the card and I immediately pop back out of the ethereal plane because it only lasts for like a turn.
Yeah.
And you can see me hold on to it. It's just a more powerful version of my gun.
True.
It may tempt you to draw it, and
I can banish on my own. I really don't need it. Go ahead.
The Sharan leader starts to run out of the stun, so then I assume you would just...
Yep, another one. And as I punch him very casually,
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll have to hit you first.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, you're stunned, so
Go for it.
well, first one is
Yeah, you have advantage.
16 is the
And
first.
out of your 4 attacks, I'm sure one of them will hit.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I rolled a.
What are we doing
60.
with these fire?
Well, I was about to ask that. So Merrick's, you're punching them. Merrick's is going to come up and do his little thing, which is detect magic, by the way, because if there's anything useful or interesting on this high priest person, sleight of hand. But basically saying, so yeah, I mean, are these bad people? Do we? Your world.
There is an amulet that appears to match the symbol that was described to you as Shar's holy symbol, and it is magical.
Okay, let's just take that. And I'm not actually literally trying to hide it. I'm just like, yeah, let's. We'll.
Do you want to become a star worshipper?
Oh, definitely not. But I don't want to leave a powerful magic item in the possession of bad people. We'll investigate that back at the base.
Anybody that, if we tie these people up,
Yeah.
pick them up and perhaps, provide appropriate justice considering the type of task they're doing right now.
Harmonium?
I'm sure there are harpers training
Well,
in Storm Silverhand's farm. Even if Storm isn't there, another senior harper will be there training them.
well, we should probably get these individuals so that way they don't do anything stupid again.
So-
And as I say that, he starts like groaning as a punch him.
Continue to stun the.
No, okay, I think, lay them back to back.
Oh,
And then Elminster opens a pouch and he has fine, thick wire. And he wires together 2 thumbs, and he wires together 2 little fingers. And then he wires together 2 big toes and 2 little toes. And he says, okay, next pair.
You want like some actual manacles here? I mean, I'm just saying we've got
because
those.
someone will have to undo those later. It's so much easier because people don't want to rip off their own thumbs, and they just tend to lie there.
I haven't thought about this. Wait,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the dark side.
All right.
Elminster.
Okay. Anyhow,
Well,
we are
the flogging just awakened the other. Okay, so
one way or another, we are incapacitating this group and leaving them for the Harpers to deal with.
Lowell standing by the mouth of the entrance, just waiting and watching while this happens.
Yeah, we got it. Could you,
I'm aware.
I mean, you got us calm, and I like that. You're keeping us with a level head. Can we get out of here?
definitely very helpful.
Yeah.
Trust
let's
me.
just go.
Yeah, you can head your way back up to the bottom of the massive gulf, and then.
You want to be able to fly?
That's not a question you just ask someone.
Well, it kind of is. So
We'll use the pipe
here,
to roll a lot of the rubble that's at the bottom of the gulf, just up against the doors. Nobody's getting out with.
I got good news and I got bad news for you. The bad news is this didn't actually belong to an immortal, and it's not going to transport you to Candyland or anything like that. And he pulls out this sort of short staff that has a sort of little folding seat on it and such. The good news is if you just sort of hold it there and think about it, you can fly. Like it's a little, it's a broom, but it's not a broom.
Oh, my old.
Yeah, it's your old broom. She did use it earlier. There's a chance I'll have to cannibalize the parts for something else, but until then, enjoy.
It can't sweep anything.
No, I mean, he's got one too, and he's like, let me show you. Yeah, it's for flying, not for cleaning the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite understand
We have
where
rings
that's
with
coming
tongues
from.
for that.
Yeah, it is a tool made to fly.
You come from a very strange place.
I do.
And
I
thank
like
you.
it that way.
Both of the transportation.
So yeah, room of flying.
So
Except
I'm going to just reverse the opposite direction how I came up as if I'm climbing a set of stairs. Yeah. I just go back up because I'm assuming the stones are still
Oh yeah,
falling around.
yeah. It's the grinding
So fun.
gulf. It grinds.
Okay.
Let me double check. Actually, let me see if I can
Go for
actually.
it.
That 14.
Oh,
You can have 8 bludgeoning damage. It's a
Ow.
little bit of a.
I like that you go perfect bunk. Just right up at the
Bonk
top.
into something.
Dang. Ow.
What? Did not see that coming. It's like almost like bonking into a low-hanging ceiling. It's
Yeah.
Say a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said 8. Okay.
Yes.
I will manipulate it using Mage Hand until we've had a chance to study, but pulling out the amulet and doing identify, what do we got?
So this appears to, if you were to be shrouded in shadow, it would give you a +1 to your spell save DC and spell attack bonus.
Okay. You know, honestly,
Not bad.
low for.
Well,
Actually, that's
it's not alignment driven though, right?
Is it alignment tied or anything like that?
No, but I mean,
Does it only work
you
for a
don't-
certain class?
it doesn't. But if you don't worship Shar, I mean, it's considered heresy. But
You know, I mean,
I
again,
don't believe in any gods. I'm just saying.
as someone analyzing it and saying belief does not appear to be a necessary component for this, I will explain. This makes makes you a little more resilient. It makes your magic a little stronger if you're in shadows, and you seem like a kind of person who might be in shadows
I'm
some of the
already
time.
tuned to like 8 different things.
Is it attunement?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Somebody I know has a spare attunement slot. Also finds herself in the shadows.
You got a key point. You want those?
Yeah, are you sure you don't need it?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'd cannibalize it and use it for something else. But
Well,
as long
thank
as you want
very
it.
much.
If you ever get bored of it, you find something else you like better, just give it back and I'll use it
This
for something.
amulet of Shar.
Yeah, I'd plug it into Stinky, frankly.
Is that the 6th person?
Yes. You're not ready for Stinky. We'll introduce you later.
He's quite a delight. I enjoy
fair
listening to yell.
That's coming from my back. Never mind.
So we have this new card, which is very cool looking, by the way. Let's just show it one more time.
Are we going back to your Hall of Gemstones, or are we just gonna leave from here? Because frankly,
It does?
I'm fine with leaving from here, but if there's anything you'd like back at the tower. Rubber
So where are we
duckies.
going next?
Well, we have another place on Toril, but it's far away.
yeah, there's a Campendale
Candlekeep.
town.
That power of the card to banish people, we might be needing it in Candlekeep.
Oh,
I can banish well
We
enough.
might be needing that in Candlekeep.
Also, the gun can banish.
I like that kind of banishment. I'm just saying, I like this gun of yours.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
just how guns work.
No,
We're not I understand what you're talking about. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying that's a good kind of banishment in my book. You
We
know,
also have to go to find 2 different cards on Krynn
And on Aebrynis.
and Imaria.
and you were talking about an extra one on Mystara.
Well,
And there's also another one on Athas.
Yes, and Athas. So we have a lot of places that we need
Why
to
don't we go somewhere else? Because if we come back here, it gives me another excuse to rifle the old family.
that makes a lot of sense, and it
So-
does let me say, Toril, it is a silly place.
It is
So you
the
mean that
place. I love it.
complete the one at Candlekeep here and instead go to another place?
It is many. I mean, we can.
Candlekeep's far away.
Well, okay, here's a question.
It is very far.
does
I mean,
any
we
of
might
you-
as well go somewhere else.
If this place is important enough, it probably has a fast travel point, right? Did you any of you know the sigils?
Oh, he can just if he wanted to go there, he could
Yeah.
take us.
All right.
Take us there.
There are,
distance is never
there
an
are
issue.
no unguarded portals into Candlekeep.
And
There are some portals that will bring you fairly close to Candlekeep. They will be watched and guarded.
would
Surely you
someone
can get
of
the
your
sigils.
person?
I'm an avowed
Me.
I have no idea. What
Thanks, yeah.
Candlekeep as a monk.
That's fantastic. What is that?
I'm getting your whole,
I'm a
I
monk.
see where you're
You're
coming
the-
from with that.
Of
If
course
you just say, I'm allowed to enter, or something like
Right,
that.
why
it
can't
would
we just be
actually-
your guests?
Well, no, here's the problem. Candlekeep had a little problem recently. It's a question of who's there now.
As in, like, the influence from another world.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Quite so.
We have no idea what's going on in these other worlds. We do know there's a card right here, and he already is saying, like, oh, bad stuff may be happening. Why just walk away from bad stuff that's happening instead of, dealing with it?
I agree.
Let's go.
I also agree, and if you are allowed to go there, and I've also heard many stories about Candlekeep, that if we have something to add to the library, maybe they could get into their good graces. I have some interest.
Also, if you'd like, if you can, fast travel over there, I can fast travel with the rest of them after you. I imagine it works a bit differently for both of us, considering dropping the stairs.
No, I was
No, he
really
can take us
speaking. Walking through a portal and walking out the other side. It's sort of like you open a door and you're halfway across the world.
Well,
There's already a
I'm-
portal network.
I'm well aware Okay, I'm beginning to understand. So what we call them fast travel points because you travel to somewhere fast.
It's like a bad magic area. I really like this place. I like your whole
It's
world.
kind of self-explanatory. The
Yeah.
other thing is that teleportation is the thing that wizards do. They draw from like 3 different spheres for it. It's exhausting. I only draw from 2, which makes things a bit simpler in the long run.
I hope all of these places have the names in big block letters.
That's what we call sigils, yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, see, there you go.
Just write down the name of the place you want to go.
We got to go back there. I'm looking forward to see more of this.
They label their portals. Well, then just anybody can use them.
That's kind of they're rather rare. There's one in Elfheim, I know that one. And there's one,
Yeah, Elfheim proper, yeah.
yeah, and then there's one, well, actually, I think that one was destroyed a long time ago. I just know the one.
Okay.
All right, so you're one of the avoids, so we can, go to this place and they'll avoid you. Do you want to zip us there? Should we go zip? You find out.
Okay, I guess we're
cards.
going to Candlekeep. I know what card it is because we did the research and it's right here somewhere. It is balance.
Balance.
That's
Sounds
one
great.
is needed. This is.
I mean, compared to Void.
That feels like my kind of card.
He's a void. That's what. Never mind.
Oh, you're joking. Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I did that wrong.
Oh, he's the one you've nicknamed Boyd.
Ah,
I don't put
He
that
said
together, but okay.
all right.
All right.
So, do we go in the front? Do we go in the back?
You said always go in the back.
Okay. The back has a sentinel worm in the way.
let's go in the
You
front.
said go in the front.
No.
You see, the sentinel worm and I are friends.
Go in the back.
I just saw the grin on Devin's face. So I'm going,
No, wait a second. If there was a sentinel worm,
And it's not like with a
Earthworm
Y. Yeah,
dragon.
Y or O there, because there's
the
a big
ghost of a dragon.
Is it
If there's a
WYRM or WORM?
Yeah,
that's
Both sound very
However you spell that in common.
WYRM.
To be fair, that's. I mean, you talk about my silly naming conventions. A sentinel worm, a sentinel dragon. I mean, come on.
yeah.
Elminster
Guardian
did not
dragon.
name this word.
Okay, so
I did,
whoa.
but-
We
Keep
got a
your
back
friend,
door.
let's just go.
We got a back door, but there's a guardian. But you're friends with a guardian, but it might not be a guardian.
Also, things have changed in Candlekeep recently.
Also, things have changed again. So it doesn't really matter. It's going to be weird either way. Go to the back door. Let's see your parents.
Where?
Might I add, that we are becoming quite complacent in our arrogance. We are walking into these things as if we are just simply grabbing these cards.
Oh, really?
We literally just simply grabbed a card. You
I
know?
feel like the last three, we simply just grabbed the card.
Yes.
I mean, it seems like you just walk into a place, you say, I'm here for some cards, then you go and do your thing. It's a rare thing to pop into someone like me who's willing to help you.
Well, let's flip that around. I mean, actually, honestly, it's literally happened to us 3 times in like the last 8
I kinda-
days.
that helps
I mean,
out.
that's really what he is.
And-
And here you are. But
I am feeling as though our guard is being dropped. And we will
You're
walk
right.
into the wrong situation,
okay.
and lives will be lost. So I am simply saying, companions, tread with caution.
Absolutely. Which is why I think the back door is always prudent if we want to be comparatively silent, comparatively unknown, unless you feel that the front door will lessen any hurdles and lessen any problems.
This is actually, I agree with everything both of you are saying. And so this is the point. We're about to walk into an area which we know has a guardian, which we hope will be our friend, but might not. The portal is almost instantaneous travel, so are there any preparations we want to do right now before we walk into this area? For example, invisibility.
I could do
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you want to prepare for a possibly hostile dragon?
Honestly, I'd like to take 15 minutes to come and collect my thoughts because it's just been go.
Oh, sure, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that.
we could do a short rest if we need to.
Let's do a short rest.
You can do that at the
See-
bottom of the gulf or back at Shadowdale's. They're back at your tower.
Back
I feel like
Yeah.
I would also like to note, see, that feels like it belongs from his world. You know, not like let's pause for 15 minutes and do a thing. We're going to take a short rest, like
Yeah.
very straightforward.
I've been trying to be-
concrete. You're trying to make that a thing?
I figured that
Yeah,
if
let's
I
take a
talk
short rest. I like it.
It's a breather.
a short breather.
Okay.
A meditation
If
session.
if it's going to be my tower rather than Storm's kitchen, I'll grab some scrolls.
So,
I mean, scrolls are always nice.
Is it scrolls or squirrels?
Scrolls.
Okay.
What do you got? Can I get a scroll or two?
I thought it has
Anything over
very
fifth level,
likely.
frankly.
Oh, well then.
I mean, as a guy who doesn't have higher level spells, I'd love to get a couple scrolls.
I have a complete library, so anything in this book that's a wizard spell over 5th level, you can have a scroll of. Just tell me what you want.
All right, I'll pick out a couple things that I won't go too crazy, but
Okay.
you know,
No, you're
no more than one a session. What I'm gonna say.
wish, time stop, meteor
Yeah,
storm,
right,
all
you're just
that.
handing out the wish scrolls? Okay.
All right, we'll make some discussion on that later. But I appreciate it. This is great. We got to come back to this place more often.
Yeah.
Should take the time for you to give a read.
Evard's black.
I also think this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But no,
The scrolls.
I believe
Who writes them?
Well, during the short rest, I will do a
we should let Elise do a reading for the next place because her predictions have been pretty good.
Wait,
She's also helping
pressure.
in our abilities to.
some would say very accurate, almost uncanny.
Yeah.
almost as if she has been manipulating us from the very beginning.
I
Big bad.
promise
People aren't going to
everybody,
believe it's a real reading on the show.
No,
No,
seriously.
you totally staged that.
I 100%.
No, I know they're not
sitting
staged,
there
which is why
messing around with these
which is
cards
why I
all
want you
the
to
time.
keep reading and see if we can keep this going.
Ooh, no pressure.
No pressure.
Does anybody want to cut the deck? You
I
want?
mean, I'd love to.
Okay. What is it that we want to know?
Well,
What?
What is it? Do you want this on the top or the bottom?
The bottom. Something about that card said I don't want to go up.
Okay. What do we want to know? Back door, front door?
What is what?
well,
Well, actually,
What is the challenge ahead? Well,
you similar question. What has changed about Candlekeep since Elminster's last visit?
ooh, love it.
Okay. I don't want to assume, but we'll see what the cards say. Okay.
is that a candle?
It is a candle.
God damn it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
really. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. And it's reversed, of course, because you know.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
So, the overcome fear card has come up upside down, and as we know, it doesn't mean that it is the opposite. It just means that there is some sort of change, some sort of difference, or it is not as straightforward as we want, but it is an image of a candle, which we are going to Candlekeep. And we should know that there is something different there that we should be fearing.
Yep.
I mean, and I know that was sort of set up for us already.
I was gonna say.
But
Wow, what a cool read.
but it did come up. Okay. And then we have there is something there that we would normally with the let go card would be
Let go, it says?
let go. But there is actually something there that we need to not be letting go of. There is a connection, especially those who have been there before, where there will be something that you will have specific connection to that you need to remember while we're there that is going to help us 100%. Do not think that just because things have changed that you should not remember that connection. And then, I mean, learn the truth pretty on the nose, I think. It's an owl. And Candlekeep is the source in this world of all knowledge. There are books and scrolls of everything that you would ever need to know. Perhaps there is something while we are there that we can obtain to try to help us learn the truth about how to do the ritual once we have all the cards. And perhaps once we are there and get whatever we need done there, maybe there is a book or something that will help guide my ability to do this ritual without any other problems. That is what I'm seeing.
If you're talking about a connection, you have that connection to the Sentinel worm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the connection you hold on to? I don't know.
I mean, you probably know
find out.
every librarian that is
Going
there.
through with
No, those were the younger ones because so many died they would have been replaced.
Okay, we'll
Trying to
see when
place
we
him.
get there.
It was last year
That's
that
another
Elminster was there.
Don't worry.
Only last year.
No, what year? When was the last year Dale Reckoning?
I believe
That's
it's
crazy.
now been dated at 1496. But
I have 1492.
Okay.
That's the most recent.
okay, go with that then.
Okay.
Yeah, because they kept tinkering with the.
Yeah. 14. I have the avowed as of 1492. So
Okay.
that'll be what we're dealing with. So if you don't know them, then you don't know them.
Okay, so you're April. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, but again, preparations
It's
as we're
weird,
about
though.
to step through the portal. I'll
Yeah.
go with invisibility.
It makes me.
I also will go.
You
with-
cut it.
Well, I know I caught it, but there's a stronger connection to this for you than the rest of them. It's beginning to feel like
To the cards? The cards belonged to me before.
the whole deck.
The whole deck.
Wait, are you talking about Elisa in person or are you talking
No, Elise.
Okay, sorry.
The
sorry.
cards we are finding are cards that I brought
Okay.
to Sigil to do this ritual, and then Dr. Doofus screwed everything up and made the cards explode and go everywhere all over the world.
You still have no memory as to what happened.
I saw a flash of light.
He pulled a card from that.
He drew a card to try to stop that figure with the sword and the hooded figure, the Carlisle.
Yeah, Carla.
Carlisle. And he has confused me by saying Carlisle so many times.
I mean,
And
that's
he thought he was going to stop this from happening and succumbed to the pull of the deck of many things and drew a card, and it ended up ruining everything, and the cards disappeared across.
I mean, I feel like we've asked this before, but it was a while ago, and maybe you have a better perspective now. Again, even if you can't remember it, from your knowledge of the deck, which you have owned for a long time, any conjecture of what card he might have drawn that set all this emotion?
I don't know which card he could have drawn. I do know that there are many that could have tempted him. Here's the thing, generally, because I was doing the ritual and he just drew a card, generally when you pull from the deck, you are not actually pulling a card, you know what you're pulling. You are taking a risk.
No,
That is the whole point of this deck.
No, I get that. I was just wondering from the effect of things scattering, anything like that, if it comes to mind to you, well, that sounds like the poodle card, that would
No
make
poodle
sense.
card, but that-
And also,
The cataclysm,
I do not know what he pulled because as soon as he took it out, because I was, and it may have been because of the ritual that I was doing, as soon as he drew it, there was a flash of light and I was thrown back and the cards went everywhere and then they just.
No. I get you didn't see it. I was just curious. I assume you were personally familiar with each of the cards and their meanings. And so I was just curious, like,
Would I know?
would you think, oh, that's the tower? Like, that must have done
It's
it.
hard to say. I mean, the easy go-to would be like the moon card because it just gives you a wish. But
But that wouldn't have caused the cards to go because he
no,
would not
not
have.
likely.
Not what he would have wished.
Yeah.
I think
so
this was just an effect because there is no card that I can think of.
Okay.
And if Elisa is forgetting one of them, then Elisa is forgetting one of them. But Elise cannot think of any card
there was a lot of stuff happening in
that
the room.
would
You
have
had-
made
you had-
all of the cards be dispersed
yeah,
amongst all of
you,
the planes.
You had all this magic going all over the place.
but perhaps it wasn't the card that caused the issue.
It could have been because of the
Could have
room
been
we
the
were in
energies. I mean, yeah.
with the
Could
what
have
was
been
it called?
The
The
Renix
Planar Energy Cooperative.
the planar.
good point.
Yeah, there's the Renix steel.
been the Renix.
There was the Renix steel. There was the planetary cooperative,
Planar Energy Cooperative.
energy cooperative machine that could have sucked the cards into all
Most
the
likely, the
different
Renix would have.
things.
I'm sure all of the combination of stuff is.
I don't
I would
know. I
like
did not come up with
curiosity.
this adventure, but I think that maybe that could have been it.
I would love it if we could have a sped up moment here of where you're explaining Rennick, but we get to go as you take the 10 minutes
Essentially,
necessary to explain Rennick.
Anti-magic steel that absorbs and destroys mana and the weave, and it is arthritic to those who wield mana.
You've got red
Passive.
steel, he's got green steel, and it destroys magic.
Yeah, somewhere out there, someone has blue steel.
Yeah.
It is me.
May I know I've been asking you a lot of questions. I hope you don't mind. This place is. It looked normal to begin with, and now it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
You can fiddle with time in a way that I've seen very few people do.
Uh-huh.
How far can you take something back?
Within a day, my practice of chronomancy is very limited compared to the Aeon sages from my world.
I still think if necessary, we could try to extend that, for a special occasion.
But my question is, forgive me, my friend. Your brain is a thing.
So what are you doing to my brain?
I'm not doing anything yet, but
Yet.
I like where you're going with
A
this.
person who has been experimented on many times. I don't want anybody doing anything to my brain.
of course, but it would be undoing.
Wait. If we're talking
least
about
temporarily.
essentially the idea of restoration, of regeneration, of just trying to restore the memories that you have lost.
There is another way.
This isn't something
I'll take a short
that would
rest.
be done in that place you and I came from. You have restorative magic. Could we try and use magic of restoration, perhaps combined with the drawing back in time, just to give you the memories you've lost?
There is a way.
How far back would these memories be going back? And if you were to do this to me, would it affect me in a different way? And you notice that as she's thinking about this, her accent just dropped, and then she shakes it off.
Back to what seems.
Save that for another time. I cannot do these abilities, even with enhancements or augments. I'm just not that attuned with the veil. But if we were to use the dream of the blue veil and take a trip back to Imaria, we could perhaps speak to a more wiser chronomancer on the Aeon Sage in Kronos Tower. You remember the tower?
Yeah.
They could speak. They could use an ability that the more adept to the veil chronomancers can do, which is to witness a memory in the past.
Right.
They could perhaps relive her memories.
So
What good would this do?
It would give us more information, especially about
and it
what
would
the rest
give
of the cards are.
you your memories back if you'd like it.
I think that's the question here. So I think that's good.
We would have
I
to go
think we
back to
should
Imaria,
finish.
though.
I think we should stay to Candlekeep right now.
Of course,
we should do our
I
job.
agree.
I think you should think about it. And I understand if there's things you don't want to remember. I was only interested in the literal, can we figure out what card was drawn? But if there are more memories you have lost, I do think there is a point here of we just restored, you. If you have an affliction, again, and part of the point is we didn't ask and we should have. And so we're asking.
Repeat that same mistake.
Yeah, we're asking, and don't answer now. But I mean, if you
were
want this back,
If this was
let's think about
something that was going to save the world, if this was something that I feel that was necessary to know, then I would, of course, risk my own comfort
It
to
is.
do this. But
It would not.
I
be
have a
advantage.
feeling, and maybe we can discuss this further as we are traveling, in order to not waste too much time on getting.
This conversation's over an hour of the short rest.
Yeah.
This is definitely a short rest.
That's right.
That I think that I don't know if knowing the card is actually of consequence to us getting the card that was drawn
That's
by
right.
Doofus. I think it was probably he drew the card, did not know how to wield the magic. We were in a place with a bunch of stuff going on, a ritual, in a room that basically had all of the representations of all of the
Wait a
planes,
second.
and it just went.
Something
I don't
just
know
changed.
if the card is the thing.
So Saul just has this like epiphany moment. He says, "Wait a minute. You have no memory of anything beyond the card being drawn."
I had only when I woke up and you
That's the question.
started to
There are entropics, Aeon sages in my world that can falsely supplant memories in your brain or remove them.
like
They're not gone.
Carlisle.
Like Trelial. They're not gone. They are just suppressed from you.
so that's a valid question.
Only
All
if-
you remember is the card. For all we know, Trello could have had a
You could
conversation.
have put that memory in your mind. A more powerful Aeon Sage is necessary at this stage. To look
You said you did not want to go to the place with the sages.
Alternatively, I do happen to know a goddess.
I mean, yeah, you people and your immortals. Okay, go for it. I mean, that's great. Who's a goddess of time, right?
Right. Ordana, goddess of the elves.
So I think he's got a point. Why are we talking to some sage when you can just talk to...
And there's more. If you Al Halim, I think.
There is always a cost.
Not to the sages.
Okay.
The god usually exacts a cost.
There will be a cost.
If there's a cost to take for my lady, I'll happily pay it. If that is something, and this is crucial, that you want, because here's my perspective of it is this. I think that we're more than capable as a group of doing whatever we need to do to stop whatever is happening from happening. But if you want to undo what has happened to you, or at least reclaim your memories back, you've promised to save me from my curse. It'd be rude of me not to help you just with yours.
I think you've given us more than enough repayment, but we do.
We were, and there was no expectation.
I am going
of
to
repayment.
now just read myself and actually cast augury
Right.
to know if it is it a good idea or bad? Will it help us if... The question is, will it help us to actually know the card that was drawn in what our eventual quest is? So will going down this road and diverting our path to go see another goddess or the sages or anything like that actually help us, or is it inconsequential?
You're technically asking two different questions.
Okay.
Do you want to know about, is it worthwhile to know what card was pulled by the Planar Energy Cooperative, or are you wondering if it's worth trying to look into potentially lost memories? Because those are two separate things.
I'll ask about the memories. I'll augury it.
Okay, I'm asking it doesn't matter to know. Basically, it doesn't matter to know what card was pulled, like what happened in that room then.
I think
For that, it would be what?
Yeah, that's not matter.
Yeah.
That was my feeling anyway.
I'm going to argue to say that if we can go back in time and see if our memory's been tampered with, is that wheel or woe? Will that help our cause, our quest?
Or is it wasting time?
Maybe not
'Cause I would argue
necessarily now.
woe would
Maybe
just
not
mean
necessarily
wasting
now.
time.
Yeah, it's difficult, like yes or no. If you're considering maybe not necessarily now, I would say wheel.
Okay, so
But if you were to be is
a
it worth
possible
immediately
thing.
looking into, it would be whoa.
Okay, right. That's exactly what we thought. So we're saying let's go meet the
Of course.
firm,
Yeah.
but we can pick this thread up.
Yeah, well, I mean,
If you
One thing I
Yeah.
want
talk in that hour.
Sure.
I was going to ask, as someone who knows at least the previous version of Darlisle, and the history was given to me of who he is and what he has done, would I have a better inkling on what he might be going for in terms of why he wanted these cards? Because did he take one of the cards?
No. It was the cards were drawn to try to stop him.
To stop him. Well, okay. And did they mention what he was trying to do?
He was trying to absorb all the magic of all the worlds.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Man, wish I had taken the one that's we see in the past.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had taken that now. It'll solve a lot of problems.
Okay.
Temporal secrets.
Let's
Shall we?
go.
Okay. After completing your short rest and preparing,
invisibility.
Invisibility.
Well, I'm gonna go. Was it?
your empty body.
Empty body. Yes.
Sarah Elminster,
Protection.
were you intending to teleport the party into Candlekeep,
Not into Candlekeep, no.
beneath Candlekeep?
Beneath Candlekeep to the old worked out
The old-
sapphire
right,
mine
where all the
down in the Underdark.
where Midian and all of the
Oh yeah, but below that.
below that. Okay.
Yeah, there's a
We're
place in
coming
the
up from the
Underdark.
Underdark.
Oh, you're going into Underdark. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the back door.
That's a hell of a back door.
You come up through the storage camp.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yes.
This is more so a question for Ed.
Okay.
Does the back door, does it count as Candlekeep? Or is it outside of what you would consider to be Candlekeep?
Where we are arriving
Mhm.
is definitely outside.
Okay.
It's a mine. It's a mine that has been worked out years ago, so the caverns remain, and then you rise up. You travel up through the Underdark, and then you reach caverns that were used by the Avowed and visitors as spell casting. They call them literally the spell hurling chambers because you're outside the wards of Candlekeep to cast
Going to the
spells.
spell chambers then?
You're going outside the wards of Candlekeep.
Yes.
Damn you. Okay.
Not my first roll.
So you trace the sigil of the circle and materialize everyone into the Underdark. And is this part of the sort of this is more of a cultivated section of the Underdark, it would sound.
Oh yeah, nobody comes here anymore. And the one thing that is allowed to grow is edible fungi that the monks sometimes come and they curate the
Wait.
rest of it.
Just asking, because this is your world and it's full of crazy stuff. Are these magic mushrooms?
No. No, that's another
Right.
part of the Underdark. They actually trade for those.
Okay. So then what is everyone presented with as they materialize beneath the earth?
Okay, in this particular thing, it's just a cavern.
Very good.
And the cavern has slight, very slight, blue and opalescent white glows from natural chatoyance and luminescence of the stones.
How far beneath Candlekeep are we?
We are about,
Like compared to Marim's cavern.
okay, so Marine cavern is about 90 feet above us. Except it's not directly above, it's that away, like north
How far?
quarter mile.
Oh, that's a distance. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Then you materialize and are surrounded by this site. There's phosphorescence and stuff here. Yeah, okay. So it is dimly illuminated at the very least.
Okay.
Okay.
I look around and I set off. Anybody following?
I'm following.
You know where you're going, obviously, yes.
Following?
Okay.
So you're weaving your way up to
I mean,
get
you're
to-
invisible too?
No, I'm not.
Oh, we're invisible. Yes.
I'm not invisible.
We're invisible.
Right, by the way, you have a gun now.
You do. You have a.
Would you- Would you like something to shoot it with, or?
Did it come loaded?
no.
Hold on.
Close up the gun.
Just, do you have a cartridge? Hold on. And I pull out a small pouch. Just remind me to fill this.
Is that gunpowder?
No, it's completely empty.
Is it gunpowder?
No, it's completely empty.
Okay.
It's seriously completely empty. Once it comes time to fill it, I'll fill it, but
Well,
it'll last a minute.
filled with gunpowder.
Gunpowder does not work here. Smoke powder does.
First off, I only work with smoke powder, and second of all, it's not, it's kind of, magic is a strange thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull from both matter and time to fill that thing when I need it.
Okay.
Well, while Merrick's is invisible, he's totally like, a little tear comes to his eye, and he's like, he's doing exposition. He's doing our thing. This thing, we're stopping going after the worm to hear about a thing. This is great. Oh, I'm so proud of him.
Weaving your way through the tunnels and passages that you had specified, you begin to get closer and closer to the areas beneath Candlekeep as the earth rumbles.
Is that something we should be worried about?
This is
Feels familiar.
We should. This is not normal in this time. and
Is it the rumbling that we have felt about the magic going in other places?
Oh, the magic going in Alfheim has nothing to do with Alfheim rumbling. It was what was going on beneath Alfheim.
Okay, but we have felt rumbling or the...
No, this is a lot more like you feel the vibrations in the ground, in the wall, and in the ceiling.
Are there any wards we should be wary of?
Candlekeep is heavily warded.
So that's a yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the normal function of the wards is to stop teleportation in or out in all of its forms. So
Right.
you can't Misty Step, you can't Dimension Door.
Sure.
And you're a
you're
Verd
an
or
astro.
something like that, right?
Hmm?
So you're a Verd, right?
I'm an Avowed.
So
monk.
that's the words.
So
No, the monks have to carry tokens. It's not like the ward.
Like the ones I've been giving you.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Can we be about?
Once you're within.
But you are now part of at least my about.
You can't teleport directly inside. You can teleport directly out.
Once you're inside, can you use teleportation magic
No,
inside?
No.
If it's that kind of ward, it wouldn't work like that.
Oh, what about astral projections?
There are, okay. No, you can't. There are certain ethereal doors within Candlekeep that allow monks to walk up to an apparently solid stone wall and access a room that is behind the stone.
Ethereal?
Yeah.
Well, I can handle that.
Okay. Yeah. But the problem is what that allows you to do is reach individual chambers that are full of books. That's it. At least normally. That's all.
Of course. Don't take any books from this library.
Oh gosh, no. Don't do that.
It's a library. Don't you lend things from a light?
It's not a lending library. That's why there's this phrase, lending library.
So it's a
It's not inherent to its term.
a
It's more
museum.
like a museum. But here I have a question.
Repository.
Does my broom work in there?
Oh, yes. Yes, it
I can
will.
pop out and in
Oh, yeah.
without setting off any?
Oh, yes. Yes. Because it works by a sidestep. And because Salune had a lot to do with the reconstruction of the wards of Candlekeep, she built herself a keyhole. Works for her.
I'm not
for
going
me.
to say I'm going to take a book because I won't do that. But that is fascinating to me.
Yes, you can go and research in Candlekeep at any time when this is all over,
Okay.
without asking.
Okay.
But continuing your way, at what point would you reach what you would consider to be like? Are you trying to come out into Miriam's cavern and like the vaults and all that, or is this more so you're coming out because there's that there's also the cove that extends out to the sea. So like whereabouts would this normally emerge?
We're well inland. Because for one thing, the cove, there are innumerable walls of force because they had this thing about flooding. So there's like, it's like the Thames flood barrier several times over in several different places. So that's not a route that you would think of going if you're in Avowed. You just don't monkey.
Right, but what I mean is like whereabouts are you trying to take them out into?
Where's our exit?
Yeah.
Well, behind the kitchens.
So we're going up into Candlekeep itself. Does this bypass Miriam's?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to use the back door. Up into the pantries behind the kitchen, which is how we get all the stuff there.
So I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Once you have reached the section that you would consider to be part of Candlekeep, the shielding mythal appears to be active.
Okay. I have to stop one place before that,
Very well.
and I have to open a secret door in the cavern wall. And there's a tiny little cupboard with shelves. And there's water if anybody wants a drink.
No, thanks.
And, and
Babe,
No, I don't drink.
here's a token. Here's a token. Here's a token. These are tokens of the Avowed of Candlekeep. It just says you're a monk and can go through the wards.
So now I'm a monk in 2 orders. This is great.
Yeah.
Will they like to join my order?
Just leave 6 tokens in.
Yeah. Leave 6 tokens. We'll see.
I pull out a pouch and then he turns it over.
Yeah.
It just starts a waterfall of tokens into there. Then turns. I think that should be enough, correct?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe a little. And then it's like almost like a never-ending bag of tokens.
And as you continue and reach the shielding mythal, which is now not a problem,
Yes.
there is again that rumble that feels even closer as bits of rubble begin to fall from the ceiling and
is this like
cracks
a
kind of form
like an
along.
earthquake rumble, or like just like everything is like
Are
seismic
they making
rumble?
curry?
No,
Okay. It's not.
it's not that kind of.
It's not that kind of rubble.
Does it feel like something moving? Sort of.
This feels like motions of the earth as it is being parted.
Tectonic plate shifting.
Can I do a check to see if I can figure out where this earth is being parted?
Yeah. I think you could use survival for that.
Survival is good. Let's do survival. Yeah. That's a 20. Dirty.
It feels like it's coming from any points in the direction of Marine's cavern. Or at least nearby.
Any chance that the car is there?
Have you used your locate object?
Not yet.
Do it.
Now's a good time to try.
Yeah, because Candlekeep's a big place. I don't have to search through the whole thing and upset all the bugs.
Where are we in the building?
You're not in the building yet. You're kind of in a passageway, making its way up towards, I guess, the kitchens.
We're underneath the sub-pantry.
1,000 feet. I mean, that's very tall, but probably.
Oh, no, from where we are now, there's probably another 120 feet to the floor of the pantry.
I point to
No, I know, but then there's the entire Candlekeep above it.
the direction of the cavern, which I'm assuming is not
Fine.
just directly up, right?
No, it's going to be like kind of down towards the earth.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what if it's on the top?
The rock.
Oh, sure, but okay, above the pantries, it'll go up about another only 80 feet in that building, and then you have empty air.
1,000 feet is a lot for like.
I guess so. It seems like
Yeah.
I'm
1,000
imagining
feet-
it in my head the way that
It's not that much. 1,000 feet vertical is actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not like a wait. How
Yeah,
many
that,
feet
that
are
would be
mine?
like
It's the
100
idea.
stories.
It's
not
the idea of
100
like to get from here to like the outer atmosphere is only like a couple miles. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you at least tell if it's in that direction? Because if it's in that direction where I'm feeling this earth shaking coming from, then we know. And if it's not, it's go to the rest of this place.
I can just do the locate and find out exactly where it is, but I will say that we will have to take a lot more time to locate the objects after this because this is
you're burning through them.
yeah.
Oh,
So
a scroll of locate object help.
yes, for if we need to next time, but I can do it now and then.
Locate object goes in the direction that the quakes appear to be happening. The Ellender is detecting.
Of course, so it's in the direction of the quakes. So
I wanted to be wrong, to be fair.
I also wanted you to be wrong.
At least we're aligned.
Shall we at this point then make our way?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything which then, before we go through those cellar doors, as you said, should we be expecting someone or something?
Is this the direction of the ghost dragon?
Yeah, the sentinel worm. I mean,
See, Ghost Dragon, that's nice, that's simple, straightforward.
guards
No
the
question.
back door to keep people who know this way from skulking up out of the Underdark into the midst of Candlekeep. Devoted to defending Candlekeep so fervently that when the dragon perished, she went on guarding. So
I see.
As a spirit.
yeah, that's how
Would
powerful.
this token then help us get close? Or
No, the token means that you're supposed to be here. You're a monk.
right.
She won't destroy you on sight. You can,
Well,
in
then-
theory, you can come and go freely because you're not who she's guarding against.
Well, then it seems like we don't have much of a concern anymore. Right? We could
There shouldn't be rumbling coming from this
Yeah.
direction.
But, no, I mean,
Well, in the sense of us,
Yeah.
outside of what we came here for, and the expectation that the rumbling is because of the
Right.
cards, and I feel like that's within our
I'm
expectation.
just saying, this is like a fundamental industrial espionage, sort of approach. You have a system, it's designed to guard against these things.
We should start going.
Change, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming, let's walk. But I'm assuming
Quivery
that...
palm the rock in front of
Yeah,
us
just
and see if it will just shatter.
I mean,
I'm assuming
I'm
they
not
changed
that
the
sort of
target.
monk.
do you
I
think
can-
that this rumbling is due to?
The card or the
Well,
dragon.
it's probably could it be that she is corrupted in some way and
That is what I fear.
Whatever
You gotta-
force from another world.
That's
has entered
what I was
here
about to say.
is Either holding this ghost dragon
Right.
at bay, or at worst, corrupted it to be its defender, like we have
That's-
seen in other battles.
That's exactly it. We've seen every place we found a card, we found something
Well-
that doesn't belong. The time spiders were taken over by that spider woman.
Yes.
So there is probably something else that has messed with your dragon.
So we should
if
not
that's the
try
case-
to destroy.
No.
Yeah.
But if that is the
Protect the
case,
dragon.
we should prepare for the worst, and
Yes.
the worst it seems is a corrupted ghost dragon.
What does it breathe if it's a dragon?
Magic.
Okay, I'm just saying,
It
if you
breathes.
classify that as an elemental form of some sort, what word might you use?
It
Which protection might we cast?
nasty spells is
Okay.
what the dragon breathes.
well, in that
But not fire
this is
or-
definitely something Elminster knows.
Yeah.
The information Merrick is looking for is cold, necrotic, and paralysis.
Okay. So everything. Okay, great.
And then also, yes, nasty spells.
In that case, just one moment, please. I touch the pouch I gave you on your belt, and I'm going to use the 5th level spell to cast Swift Quiver. It just endlessly supplies non-magical ammunition, and whenever you just reach your hand out for it, cartridge just appears in your hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to make 2 attacks with a weapon that uses ammunition from that.
Wow. That's great.
Well, let's get to where it is, because I would like to protect myself, but need to follow the locate object. I cannot protect myself until we get there, where I will drop that and then protect myself. So let's do it.
Perhaps I should announce you with some time.
Do it.
Balance sweet to seek here in Candlekeep.
Walk and sing.
The rumbles they do creep.
So we always sing.
Sham shine.
There you go. Sham.
That was for you, Dion.
Yeah.
Been holding that one since the beginning when you said Candlekeep. I'm like, oh, I know what tune I'm using for that place. That's to Jim Jackson as well.
Okay. Yes.
Sham shine. Everybody gets one.
That's nothing.
Who can cast spells? It works for faster spell casting. So
So what is your tactic to progress forward? Are you going to go up and around, or are you just going to go brute force through, or?
I'll go up to the bottom storage passage underneath the pantries.
Mm-hmm.
Go sideways along, go horizontally along
Yep.
that passage. Go to the passage that leads down the Sentinel Worm and come down that way, like we're coming down from Candlekeep.
Oh, okay. So coming up and around.
Yeah.
As you are you taking the lead then, still leading everybody around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you lead the party into the caverns and vaults beneath the library of Candlekeep, you again seem to be getting closer to the rumbling as the earth is now literally, you can see everything quaking and is completely moving. Loholt's plates are rattling and shaking with every movement. And you find it difficult to concentrate as the whole thing is
do not fear.
I'm fine.
Like who's telling you do not to fear? Do not fear.
as you enter into the bastion of exaltation.
Oh,
Are you doing so stealthily?
of course.
No.
Well, you're not. You don't have a choice.
I mean, we could try, but we know that's
But if Elminster's up ahead, he could peer in. Is that what you would like to do?
Yes.
Give me a stealth check, please.
12 naked roll.
Okay. Using this.
He hasn't added.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, what should I be adding?
Dexterity.
Stealth.
If you don't have stealth perception, which it doesn't look like you do.
Nope.
So
So
dexterity.
+4, so we're at 60.
if you really want to make sure you're stealthy, you could spend the bardic inspiration to roll and add to it.
What'd you have? What's your total?
60.
I'm invisible and nearby. I will totally just, do a casual, sound dampening, little charm. So add 6 to that. So 22.
Okay, 22.
So beneath exaltation and gazing down, does this come out in the Chamber of Lost Lore or the Echoes of Belaundo, or is this more so like you're going directly for where Miriam Jeneth has to hunt? Okay. And what was their total? Sorry.
22.
22.
Thank you.
And Elminster, as you peer up to gaze into the chamber, the massive jaws of a ghostly dragon rise to see you as well.
Hi, babe. I'm back.
And as it opens wide, and the chilling air and the gaseous begins to form in its throat, gazing beyond, because you can see through Miriam, of course. Burrowing slowly through the earth and the walls, you see a gargantuan creature, squid-like in its body, with spider-like legs protruding from its base, tentacles eschewing from its face, literally just carving through the rock. Large glowing eyes of various different directions and a dull glow from its face. As its jaws gnash away at the rocks that the tentacles pull out. And we're going to roll initiative.